I want all of you to travel back with me almost 15 years ago, back to the year 2008. The nation was just starting to deal with the beginnings of what would become the Great Recession. We were in the middle of a historic election cycle. The Large Hadron Collider was just starting up. And in May of that year, I started the Derek Ward blog. At first, I thought that this blog would just be a place to post my works of fiction. Maybe by putting up these stories to the world, it would force me to write more. And maybe I would go viral and make tons of money. As the meme goes, insert Morgan Freeman voice. In fact, no, he did not go viral or make tons of money. Yet, I did write more. However, that was due to the blog evolving. After reading other blogs, I realized that I didn't just want to put up works of fiction. I wanted to expound on the issues of the day, as well as lay out some of my own ideas and concepts. Well, heck, I had this shiny blog with the chapters of an unfinished book on there. Why don't I use that? It was during that time I started up two of my longest running and more successful features, Metal Tuesday and the Friday Quote. I continued along these for a couple more years. And if you look at the post numbers, you'll notice that all of a sudden it drops off. The blog kind of went quiet. That was because I was doing more on Facebook. I was getting more engagement there than I was on my blog. Yet, I ended up returning to my blog. Why? Because that blog was mine. I was not at the mercy of some entity's whims about what I wanted to post or who got to view my posts. It was all up to me. The blog has gone another evolution. It was no longer just my stories or my commentary. It started becoming a personal log of my life, including my Toastmasters journey. Why do I tell you this? Because I just showed off a lot of the things you can do with a blog. You can promote a business. You can show off your creative talents. You can use it to discuss topics that interest you. You can use it as a diary. Or you can do a combination of these things. Hello. But what if you want a successful blog? I could tell you about courses in search engine optimization to get your blog ranked higher on Google or DuckDuckGo. I could tell you about the consultants that you can pay to have them market your blog. Or the blog networks that do a lot of cross promotion. Yet at the end of the day, there's one thing you need to do to make your blog successful. Write. Write often. Write consistently. Just write. There will be other considerations as you start your blog, such as how much anonymity do you need or want? I tend to be very private. which is why it's called the Derek Ward blog. I also don't use proper names for people. It is the wife, the brother, the niece. However, if you're doing a professional blog, that level of anonymity may not be feasible. Also, you have to determine the tone of your blog. Is it formal, relaxed, safe for consumers? Mine tends to be a little bit more adult, in as much as I tend to swear more than would be considered professional. It's these kind of voices that will give your blog its own voice, and as well as interest the types of people you want reading your material. Oh, and one last little bit of advice. It's okay to change your mind. I know what you're saying. I don't want to do the blog. I don't have time to blog. Why do I want to do this? One of the often pieces of positive gifts that I get when doing speeches is that my speeches are well crafted or well written. Blogging has helped hone my writing skills. Many of you have come across the acronym TLDR. Too long, didn't read. Blogging hones that needing to write something in a very specific time and get across a very specific message. Now, you may have noticed I didn't say anything about technologies or the quote-unquote tips and tricks for marketing the blog. Why? Because there are a myriad of ways to get your message out there depending on what you're willing to put into your blog. Your time, your creativity, and yes, even your money. What resources you're willing to provide to your blog? That's a question only you can answer. As for me, I'm satisfied where my blog is at the moment. If the world changes or I get restless, the blog will evolve once again. After all, it's my blog. Thank you.